What's up, guys? Today we're playing Dead Cells on the Nintendo Switch. Now, we're going to check out some docked footage here, and then we're also going to do some handheld footage. And I remember I actually played this a while ago on the channel on the PC, actually. We did an early access, and I really liked the game. In fact, I actually sent a message to Motion Twin on Twitter saying this would be really cool to have portably. Have you considered putting it on the Switch? They actually sent back that they were working on it. So here we are now, about a year and 3 months later, and it's on the Switch now. So that's pretty cool. We're going to start off a run here and just kind of play through it so you can check it out. Now, Dead Cells is a roguelike game, and that means essentially you basically play through the game over and over again. It's pretty much different and changing every time. You get different weapons, you'll end up seeing different enemies in different orders, and generally the levels are all different and everything. And what that'll do is it'll give us different experiences, and you actually will get some things you can take with you and that are permanent upgrades. So you get cells, which are like these blue things you see kind of dropping there. Ooh, twin daggers, look at that, right away, nice. You get basically cells that are permanent upgrades, and as you play through, you want to keep them and spend them because you can get different weapon upgrades and all kinds of cool stuff if you do that. And it basically is a game where you'll keep playing through. Think of like, if you played like Binding of Isaac, for example, right, where you play through over and over again, and you'll get stronger and everything as you play through. This one, it's kind of like that. You'll actually keep playing through, you'll get stronger, you'll get new stuff, and it makes running through it a lot faster and easier, I guess, because you'll get different abilities. Whether you're keeping gold between runs, here is our where we would upgrade, actually. So you can actually see how I have a bunch of different things here, whether it's recycling, which lets me transform items on the ground into gold. You can have random shield starters. I already bought the random like accessory and the random sword upgrade. I bought the health flask several times, gold reserves several times, and basically you just keep putting cells into different things here, and then you'll continue to upgrade your person as you run through. Let me see if I want to reforge anything. What will that do? Yeah, let's do that. So now they hit harder, and I want better, there we go, more HP. I don't need that, I didn't get hurt yet. Let's go through here. So now we're going into the toxic sewers. That was the first one I finished, now we're into the toxic sewers. Moving kind of quick here. There are some doors that are time sensitive, and they kind of encourage you to speed run. We'll see if we get one here. Since I'm through pretty quick, I'm hoping I actually get one of those doors, because I've been moving pretty quick into, yep, there we go, got one, cool. So that door actually was a time door, so because I was able to move through the levels quickly, I actually was able to, whoa, look at all the cells, all right, nice. I was actually able to get here, otherwise that actually would have been locked. I'm going to stick with red because my main weapon is red, so I got a bunch of cells out of that. And that's kind of what you do, is end up if you die, you do go all the way back. You lose a lot of your items and weapons and whatnot, but you get to keep any upgrades you get with your cells and everything. And that's kind of the idea. You keep upgrading your character as you get stronger. I'm actually in a pretty good position here with these twin daggers. I like these things a lot. The twin daggers are like one of my favorite weapons in this game. If you get any of them and you modify, they hit hard enough, and a lot of them will actually crit on certain swings, and sometimes they'll have like burn damage and stuff that they do, and they're just really cool weapons in this game. So I'm already to the point where I'm this run anyway. On this run, I'm rolling through pretty well, so I'm liking this so far. Those are there we go. Ooh, man, that was close. Those are teleporters that I keep running by, and I like their teleporter placement in this game. I don't know if that was feedback from the early access or not, but the teleporter placement has been very good now, where if you kind of go exploring a bit, you don't feel like you waste any time, because they put teleporters at the bottom that will then shoot you kind of to the top. So like if I had gone all the way down to the bottom here, and I got what I wanted, now I'm stuck, I don't feel like climbing all the way back up, they actually will let you teleport back up. So I can teleport anywhere up there with no penalty or anything. It's to keep it going pretty quick, I'd say, and it's actually a feature I like. I think it's actually really cool. Ooh, those are all explosives. I think it actually helps the flow of this, because you'll kind of get into a rhythm where you'll end up just going to, you'll drop down, you go into a teleporter, you'll move on to the next one, and it keeps you from having to be concerned about exploring too much and wasting time, which is something I really like, that they don't actually do that to you. Whoa. Have a nice little drop down there. There we go, got him. So I'm actually missing about half my health now. It's like I'm wasting time with some of these other enemies that I really don't need to fight. Usually you get gold and stuff from enemies, and I actually have plenty of gold for my run right now. So technically I don't have to fight too many of them right now. Let's go with that so I get more health. There we go. So you might be wondering, I did see people were wondering, how does it run on the Switch? So far, it runs well. I do notice some hiccups here and there. I think we just actually saw one just now, where it actually will have these weird frame stutters, kind of. I don't really know how to describe it. Just sometimes, I do see sometimes when there's a lot of enemies on screen, it will have some slowdown and everything. But those weird, like, frame dips that, like, take place, I don't really know why they are there or what causes them. But they can just kind of out of nowhere kind of stutter and just kind of stop, and then it'll go to the next frame. It's almost like it has like a little time where it has to like catch up or something. I fell too far. Let's see, anything in here that I really need? Nah, I'm good. It's weird that it does that, but otherwise it runs pretty well. I'm using the Pro Controller. Handheld mode, it seems to play fine. And I do know they used, oh man, I'm getting hit there, like HD Rumble and everything. Yeah, I'll go in there, why not? And HD Rumble is used well enough. It's not like crazy or anything, like they're not doing anything insane with the HD Rumble, but it's there. I like whenever I do that, I get a little rumble feedback and everything. When I fall too far, I get a rumble feedback. But it's nothing crazy or anything. This is seriously just Dead Cells in general. And Dead Cells is just an awesome game, so let me see. Oh man, I really don't want to give him my twin daggers. I think I'm going to keep this for now. Yeah, man. I don't want to give him my twin. I like my twin daggers too much. The twin daggers are just very fast. They hit a lot and they hit hard. I will say it's been good on the Switch so far. It's going to be out on PS4 and Switch, and it is getting a physical copy soonish, I think, right? It's coming out soon. So you can technically wait for it. The thing about that is I think this is a good game to have digitally on the Switch because it's going to be a game that you kind of just, I guess, pick up and play occasionally. There we go, cool. That you kind of just pick up and play randomly. And because it's that kind of game, like I've technically logged less than 5 minutes of actual like time here with the game that it records. And it's just, I feel like I've done a lot. Like, because I've gone through, I've picked up a bunch of cells, and I'm just kind of adding them to my little bank here as I try to unlock the Swift Sword, for example. So it's one of those pick and play games. If you want to just quit, you can just press start, you can go down to quit, and it'll save your progress where you are. So it's a good game for that too. And it's easy to just kind of put down and come right back to. So I've enjoyed it for that. Just kind of a pick up and play, let's play some Dead Cells, let me do a run here. It is one of those games, though, and it's going to get you in trouble, where you're like, all right, one more run. Oh, it's 3 in the morning. It is one of those games, because it is kind of addictive to try to get to the next part, and the next part, and then try to beat the next boss. And it is kind of one of those kind of games, I will say that. So, but that's what I like about it. It's fun. And the game does get very hard. There are going to be some people who are going to pick it up, and they're going to say it's too hard right away. But that's kind of the game is supposed to be difficult, and you're supposed to get better as you go. It's not the easiest game in the world, but it's designed in that way to where you feel like you're getting stronger, simply because of the stuff you're unlocking and honestly the things you're learning. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to pick it up and won't realize that you can do things like a drop down attack like that, and that'll actually stun enemies, or that you can just completely break through the doors and stun enemies that way. And then some of the later enemies people probably won't like as much, because there are some that are a little annoying. There are like these mages that are really annoying. So they gave me a teleporter here, for example. And then they encourage you to kind of go down and explore without concern, because I will be kind of exploring down here, and otherwise I'd have to backtrack all the way up. There's one of the mages. Got it. There we go. The flying, like these flying enemies are the ones that I really don't like. They're really annoying. There we go. So if you kind of explore downwards like this, you'd be like, oh, I got to climb all the way back up. I guarantee there's a teleporter down there for me to use to get back. So I'm like, they technically encourage you to explore without worrying about having to backtrack, which is really, really good for these type of games. That's the thing that, I don't know if they added that, because I don't remember that always being like that. Maybe they added that during the early access phase, which would be good if they did, because that means they learned from it. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm taking that, absolutely. So look, there's a teleporter there. Let me see if there's anything else over here. Nope. So yeah, so a teleporter there, and then I can jump all the way back up. Pretty quick. No load times for those. They just go right in, and then I'm off and running again. So they encourage you to explore because you will get stronger if you explore, whether it's because you'll get more cells. Ooh, nice, got that one too. Or because you'll end up with better weapons and gear and stuff doing that. Also, if you're falling, if you do that downward attack, by the way, you won't actually take damage. Just a little tip there, I guess. Scroll of power. So let's see, what do I upgrade here? Let's I'm keeping my red weapon. And I should get a bunch of cells here. Nice. I have like 20. Yeah, I have 24 now. So next area I get to where I can upgrade, I'm knocking that swift sword down quick. That's awesome. So yeah, let me just use this. So once again, you just use the teleporter and you're back. So I like that they do encourage you to explore without being concerned about wasting time, because they do kind of want you to try to speed run at times too, because obviously they have some doors that will only open if you're there fast enough. I think the thing I like about the game a lot is just the way it controls. It's very fluid. Everything is responsive, and you don't feel underpowered, even like when you're first starting out, just because of how easily your character can roll around, get around enemies and destroy them. Like, it's not an easy game, but it's one of those games that's difficult, and you kind of learn, or it's like Dark Souls, right? Like, Dark Souls is hard, but like, if you die, you understand why you died most times and what you can do better. That's kind of what this is. This is kind of like, all right, I should have dodged a little better there, or I should have rolled, or yeah, they got me there. You know, it's kind of like that. Got the swift sword. There we go. Yep, I'm not going to use it right now, but I got it. A wrenching whip, sure. Mostly because it's, actually, that's not bad. Increase critical hit if you have an active speed buff. 100% damage to burn. See, I don't have anything that lights anything on fire. Otherwise, this would actually be a good sword to have, but I'm going to pass on it. It's good because I will get a random speed, or you get a random weapon in the beginning, and I could get that, which would be really cool. So I'm going to add to that, actually, because that'll really help me against any of the big bosses. Yes, nice. All right, cool. So we're looking good here. We're looking good. Going up to the Black Bridge now, actually. Okay, so here is the first boss that usually I end up running into, the Concierge. And I think he's designed to not be terribly difficult, I guess. Inflict some bleeding on him. He's one of those bosses that you pretty much have to constantly dodge to beat. But he's not terrible or anything. And we should be able to take him down pretty well. Oh man, if he hits you with that jump, he hits you hard if he hits you with that jump. Oop, we'll throw that. So that's the thing. That's why I say get these things, like the oh, you see how already hits you with that jump? That's why I say get these turrets here, because they'll just keep doing damage to him. So as he gets further and further down, he'll start becoming very, very aggressive. But you could literally just use those turrets and just keep dodging him, and he won't be able to do much to you. So we can just keep throwing these things. Inflict some bleeding. Oh man, he made a last-ditch effort there to beat me with that push. He made a last-ditch effort there. He pushed really hard there at the end. All right, so we got him. We got him. A lot of money, a lot of... whoa, that's a nice cross. Yep, we're getting that crossbow. Oh, yeah. There we go. Impaler, cool. Yep. All right, cool. That's the first boss. I'll jump you guys over to handheld mode now so you can check it out to finish things up. This was Dead Cells on the Nintendo Switch. Awesome game. If you like roguelikes, or you just like games like 2D side-scrolling, I guess, action beat-em-up style games. I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Metroidvania style action games. Awesome game. I like Dead Cells. I liked it on Steam. It plays great on the Switch. Just good game overall. And it officially released here pretty soon. And it's actually a pretty good price. So I would go check it out, guys. This Dead Cells on the Switch. And thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if not. I'll see you guys in the next video.